So this is for all the young writers out there, and just how hard writing is. It takes forever. So down here, do you see this? Well, there's Zoe. There's a lot of Arthur's really based on Zoe, right, Zoe? Right, sweetie. Yeah, tired, bored. And this is a bunch of beginner scripts. My drafts that I would, make notes on. And so that, I'm sure that looks like a lot, but that is probably just 4 to 6 months worth of the scripts, and then it gets up to the top, and then I take the whole thing and I put it in the recycling bin. But so that just gives you an idea of like so much work.
Roll sound.
Sound speed. Tail sticks.
Ready and action.
I'm playing Oliver, and Oliver is Mike Mills, and Mike Mills is our director. So I'm playing our director, which is a first for me. It's very interesting. And I got direct access to backstory and research on set, because I can turn to him and go, Mike, how did you feel when this happened? And he goes, well, I felt a bit like that. And I go, oh, thanks.
So Ewan, when you're looking at him, so maybe we go, this is pretty amazing. And the goal of this whole thing was not just to make like a memoir, but to make a story, and it's really a story about love. And I picked the parts of my experiences I had with my dad that related to a story about love. And with Ewan, it was never the goal to be me, to mimic me, but to take Oliver's emotions, to take Oliver's experience and turn it into a thing that can communicate with people, with strangers. And Ewan was so good at falling into those feelings and taking them really to heart and bringing them to life. But when I see it, I never think like, oh, that's Mike. I think, oh, that's Ewan doing such a great job being Oliver, and that's Ewan's body and soul and decisions that aren't totally mine, And the more they aren't mine, almost the happier I am. Because I feel like, oh, now it's a story walking on its own legs with its own life. Would you like to dance? How about real straight? Just like...
Straight, would you like to dance?
Yeah, like, you don't
like
smile, you're not charming or anything, you're just
okay.
you just can...
Would you like to dance?
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Working with Melanie and Ewan, it was so amazing how they're both such intuitive actors. They really trust their intuition. They're so deep about it, and they really inspire that in each other. So working with them was really just a matter of like encouraging that in them, and creating this sense of like surprise, or anything could happen on the set. And they both sort of really turned on to that kind of environment, and it was just sort of amazing to watch them do it. Crazy thing about Melanie is that she's actually a writer-director, and she's a musician. She's very intelligent, but then she really lets her intuition go. She trusts her intuition more than anything. So she's this kind of radical dichotomy between very analytic, but then once the camera's on, she's just free. She's on her river. And it's really beautiful to watch, and you never know quite what's going to happen next with her.
I heard about a lot of big American projects, and after the Tarantino experience, I was like, oh my God, what I'm going to do now? It's going to be hard to find the right script and the right American project. We're going to be fun and good. So I was thinking, yeah, it's exactly what I just want to do, like a little movie, and going fast, and no thinking, no pressure, just fun, act, and this is the perfect shooting for that. I think with you, then we are so like respectful of each other. Like I just love working with you, you know, like, so it's just like, it's great because it's always about generosity. When you just met an actor and it's working so well, you just want to do things all the time, and you have great crew. Because honestly, the DP is amazing. Everybody are so cool, so cool. It's very important because we just spend like 4 days in a little bedroom all the time in a bed, you know. So it's almost like sometimes it's just not a movie anymore. It's a little bit like weird sometimes, but yeah, I think we have fun and we just love being here together.
Can I put the lens back in the camera? Maybe over.
I think the thing about Casper that I love is that he was a childhood actor, and that he really comes to the scenes with a lot of emotion. And he's like a very emotional DP. You don't have that a lot. So like that was just a fun thing to be around. His connection was so to like the energy of the actors. But then he's also so technically amazing. We lit with so little equipment. It was one Kino and one Source 4 was mostly how we lit it. We didn't have a generator for like 25 of our 30 days. And Casper could work with those limitations so beautifully, and I think it's lit in such an exquisite way, in such a very precise way.
You're scared to fall and actually.
Because it was so quick, it was unexpected.
This is my script book that I have all through shooting, and there's Casey, my great friend. And it was funny to see that actually this is what I had on the day of the shooting. So in preparing, I would try to remember some things to say to the actors, or verbs, or sweaty. That's funny. Mm-hmm. Things just hopefully remember as you're shooting, because when you're shooting, it's such a blur. It happens so fast. You know, it's so easy to miss stuff. So I would look at this before we shot each scene. For the dad part of the story, the past, we did all lock off and tracking shots that were very controlled. And then the present was all handheld and very much in the round, because memories, you kind of can't look around in your memories. So it's much more graphic and iconic. So the past, I storyboarded the whole thing, which I didn't do with Thumbsucker. I don't normally do. I like to be more free. But in this case, it did.
Keep going.
I'm just going to untie this one off here.
Yeah, keep going. Okay, so Shane, you stay there. Loomer, keep coming in. Yeah, good.
He's turned out to be so easy to work with. And the beauty of it is that what makes him a terrific director, and I'm sure that he will grow into even more a terrific director because he's so young, I hate him, that he knows exactly what he wants. And he's like the old guys that mercifully used to come to the set having already cut the picture in their mind, so we didn't waste anybody's time. They came on set and knew exactly where they were going to edit. And he's the same. I tell you, it's a relief to work with somebody like Mike Mills. He's both very, very of the times, and he's also wonderfully old-fashioned.
Here we go. Background action. Well, ready and action.
These guys are, like, the crowd is dispersed too. You know, like our hallway got flat. So make sure, let's reset, make sure our hallway's nice and long.
I'm playing a character whose name is Andy. He's Hal's boyfriend. Hal is a little bit older than Andy, maybe like 40 years older. Hal has been played by Christopher Plummer. Chris, and I are playing lovers.
Isn't he wonderful?
Great. Yeah.
All these great guys with these lovely actors come in to play Hal's friends, his gay friends, this band of, 50 plus gay men, and they were just wonderful. They were fantastic, and there was a really nice spirit between all of them. It was quite unusual to see all this kind of emotional openness and support from all these men. It's so lovely. There's something really special about everybody. There hasn't been a bad apple, And we haven't talked about my little friend, Arthur, Cosmo. About who I probably have more screen time with than any other actor in the movie.
So what's it like to work
is
with
my
the dog?
little Jack Russell Cosmo, who I have to say goodbye to on Friday, and I can't stand it. Oh, I can't stand it. He's so gorgeous. I love working with him a great deal. He's lovely.
Joe, this is the shot.
Watch me pick up the pattern where when we do the singles on yours, like he's always doing something wrong, but when it comes to his, he's like perfect.
Is that?
Yeah, what is that?
He's a very generous actor, actually. Yeah.
See Arthur in.
Arthur on set, everybody. Watch your feet.
Hey, Lomo.
You changed.
Good to see you.
How are you?
Good.
Great to see you. I'm great. He's been wonderful.
I heard.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying
When I saw Mike with it wasn't so much the dog with Mike, but Mike with the dog, and how much you could see how much he is a dog lover and how much this dog was going to be meaningful to the movie and to him, and that was touching because sometimes it could be more of a props, the animal, they're there, but he was, letting the dog kissing, and they're just totally really connected. And he's a love bug. I mean, this dog just will jump on people and hug and kiss, and he matches the sensibility that both Mike and Ewan have. And to me, that's where they found each other so well. This is just the perfect job for him because he's basically, hanging out with a great guy all day, and I'm sure it'll show. I can imagine.
The thing that's amazing about Mathilde is that she doesn't see the dog as like doing a series of tricks or behaviors. She sees the dog as a real character in the film, and she loved the story. She had like a very deep, very personal reaction to the story. And it was lovely to be with a trainer that's like that. It's not a trainer at all. It's just sort of like the dog companion, dog roommate that brings the dog to set and makes it part of the life of the set.
Okay.
Baton.
He's absolutely delightful to work with Mike, and I'm having a better time than I've had for years and years and years in a movie because he's so amazing to work with. And the fact that it's his story just makes it more special and important because I think it is a really beautiful story and a really important story. And it's his story, so it makes it everything that happens in front of the camera is very real, and there's a great deal of respect that I have for the work because it's his story,